John, one last question regarding our deadlocked four-force Supreme Court and the inability, apparently, to nominate and have moved on the nomination of Merrick Garland. He's been nominated, but nothing much has happened on that. Should Hillary win, do you think he will be appointed during the lame duck session?
Yes, I do, because increasingly Republicans are saying, give him a hearing. I have my own thoughts on this, but as a reporter, let me point out, the White House has successfully made a case that this man who's been on the federal bench for 20 years deserves at least a hearing. Now, I can argue with you cases where a president nominated someone to the court in an election year and one has to go back a long time in history to find when that nominee was confirmed. The last time it happened in an election year with a sitting president was 1940, when Franklin Roosevelt named Francis Murphy, to the Supreme Court. And before that, one has to go back to President Grover Cleveland in the 19th century when he named Justice Lamar to the Supreme Court. That said, many Republican senators are starting to say, let's give this guy a hearing and at least an up or down vote. After the election, there will be no pressure from the grassroots to hold up an Obama nominee, and they'll probably have a vote on it.
Interesting. Well, John, I want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule.
It's a pleasure.
You can follow John on Twitter, and it's a very entertaining page, at John Gizzi. That's GIZZI, so John Gizzi. And loved your tweets during the debate the other night. And I've enjoyed the brief time I've gotten to know you over the last couple of weeks in our session together there at the White House and coffee after. And we are living proof that left and right can come together, and that no blood will be spilled, and we can get along and
Absolutely.
disagree without becoming personally disagreeable.
No, and that's an important part of dialogue. And just our exchange rights now reminds me of two people I admired on both sides of the spectrum, Tony Benn and Enoch Powell. And they would close their program always saying, goodbye, Ben. Goodbye, Powell. So, goodbye, Campbell.
Goodbye, Gizzy. Thank you so much for joining us.